Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video, and in this video we're going to be taking a first look at Gold Mythic Lukas, who is going to be coming to the game as an advanced token wheel character. Now visually I don't believe we've had a Lukas in the game before. I could be wrong, please correct me if I am. On the right hand side we can see how he looks in game, and I joke about characters getting backpacks in this game, but this is ridiculous. This guy is 50% backpack. He also has some weapons, 2 pistols. They do both fire in animation. One just looks like a revolver. The other one looks like a flare gun. Pretty interesting there. Kind of looks like he was caught in the mountains, you know, gone hiking, and then came back and, you know, the entire world's an apocalypse. It's kind of interesting. On the left-hand side, you can see his art in a bit better detail. You can see the laser sight on the pistol, apparently. It's definitely a flare gun in his other hand. And you can see, kind of interestingly, in the background, he has already fired that flare gun into the mouth of a walker by the looks of things. Actually, really cool art here, if I'm honest. If we look at his stats at level 1,440, limit break 3, he has got 15,008 attack, 29,134 defense, and 44,143 HP. He is an alert character. He's going to be of the medic role, of course a gold mythic, and he's going to be joining the Day 1 Allegiance. Now first up we're going to be looking at Lukas's Adrenaline Rush, and it is called Flare Blast, kind of confirmation that is indeed a flare gun. Recharge rate of 55 AP, deal 25% of this fighter's current HP as burn damage for 4 turns to a line of enemies. Heal this fighter by 20% of their max HP for each medic role teammate. This is only going to be on his current HP, not his max HP. I would have liked to have seen the heal come in first before doing that burn, just so that it did boost the potential of that burn. But if his max HP is, let's say, 100k and he has got 100k current HP, he's going to be doing 25,000 burn for 4 turns to up to 2 enemies. That can potentially take out 2, 3, maybe even more characters over the course of a few turns as the burn jumps from one character to another as you take down attack team characters. Remember, attack team characters generally only have around about 18 to 23k HP, unless they're a support character like Akira or something like this. They're going to be very susceptible to this. It bypasses bonus HP, defense rating, all that good stuff. Now he has pretty decent potential. He's always going to heal for 20% because he is a medic himself, but he could potentially heal for more based on other medic role characters in the team. Let's test this Adrenaline Rush out and see how it does. Now the good thing about this Adrenaline Rush, actually, I can test it out on an attack team because none of it requires him to be on a defense team to work. So I can test it on attack. You can see he's got 84,000 HP in this current team, and I can select a line of characters and I will do the burn. I would heal myself for 20% of my max HP because there's only one medic in this team, and we have put down 20,000 burn. It's pretty much as simple as that. It does last for 4 turns against attack team characters. This is very dangerous, and this is his HP with just his base weapon plus a leader skill. No mods, no improvements to the base weapon. The HP can definitely get a little bit higher. I can see 100k being not too much of a problem here. Now obviously that is a 4-turn burn, so as it does take characters out, it will jump from character to adjacent character, lasting for the entire time. It will do ×4 the damage potentially on what you can see there. Burn doesn't stack, so if you do it to a line of enemies and they both get taken out, only one of those burns will jump to the adjacent character being the leader, and then if you take him out, it will jump to the adjacent character being one of the other characters in the other line. So yeah, it's just something to deal with, something extra, and basically makes it a bit of a problem when he does get his Adrenaline Rush off. If we look at the upgrades here, at grade 3 it gets an upgrade where it heals this fighter by 20% of their max HP for each medic role teammate. So initially it doesn't do any heal, but that's one copy, not too much of a problem. At grade 5 the AP cost gets reduced to 55, and initially it's going to be 66 AP. Then at limit break 2 it's going to get a 15% burn damage increase. So initially it only does 10% of this fighter's current HP as burn damage. It's going to get boosted up to 25%. That is a pretty big boost. But like I said, I generally see Adrenaline Rushes as a bonus for attack team characters. If you can get them off, that's great. Otherwise, a lot of the time it comes down to their passives and their signature moves. But if this rush does go off, there is going to be a lot of issues for the attack team. Remember, generally speaking, if he has any heals over time, or if there's any fast healing weapons, that heal should come in before he does his adrenaline rush. It's just, like I said, a little bit of a shame that that secondary part where the heal this fighter for 20% of the max HP for each medic role teammate comes in after the burn potential on the current HP. That's the only thing that I can see as a bit of a problem there. But if you've got a good team set up where he's getting heals early, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. So the adrenaline rush is okay. It should be doing pretty decent burn damage. The fact that it can be used on attack teams, I don't know what you could maybe come up with there, but it can be used on attack teams. It could be pretty decent. I don't know if he's very usable in a team where he's not getting a HP boost from a leader. If he relies purely on his weapon and mods, it's obviously not going to be as high. And remember, defense team characters obviously have much higher HP. Now, next up, we're going to look at the signature move, and it is called Solemn Shot. It has got an initial cooldown of turn 1, cooldown of 2 turns, number of uses unlimited. This fighter gets 100% bonus HP. If the target has burn, deal 5% of this fighter's max HP as bleed damage to one other enemy for 1 turn. Deal 10% of this fighter's max HP as damage to the target. So potentially a lot going on here. The 100% bonus HP is nice. It is going to protect his current HP for his adrenaline rush to hopefully have the best output potential when he gets to be able to do his adrenaline rush. You have to get through the bonus HP first before you can obviously reduce his current HP to reduce the damage output of the burn on that adrenaline rush. Now, the second part, the enemy that he's going to be attacking has to have burn. So that theoretically means he would focus a character that has burn, but he will deal 5% of his max HP as bleed damage, but to one other enemy. 5% is not going to be that high. You're going to look at this character maybe having like 100,000 max HP by the looks of things, maybe up to 120,000. That means it's going to be doing between 5 and 6,000 bleed. So it isn't crazy. Also, the amount of turns it lasts is only 1. So I'm not really sure about how powerful that part is, and you know, the usability is going to be doing a little bit of damage. Remember, attack team characters, like I say, don't have much damage. That could be 30% of their max HP in that case. Dealing 10% of this fighter's max HP as damage to the target. Again, it's just a little bit of a bonus. If they are burning, though, you are obviously going to be reducing their HP and then making that burn much more powerful, much more likely to take them out. This signature move is more about the bonus HP by the looks of things. The other stuff is just a little bit of a bonus, a sprinkle on top. This doesn't look super powerful when it comes to damage, but it's not like we necessarily need that on defense teams. There are plenty of characters out there right now that can one-shot characters turn 1. Okay, again, we can use this signature move on attack and show exactly how it works. I am going to burn the entire team with Akira. Now, the burn will not be very high because the attack stat on this team is not very high, so that's just kind of the way it goes. Now, I have to select a character, and what's going to happen is that character is going to take some damage from Lukas based on his max HP, and then someone else will take bleed damage. Obviously, Lukas will get 100% bonus HP. So I'm going to just target the character down here. You can see he's got 84,000 bonus HP off of turn 1. Very powerful just like that. He is also obviously going to gain 35 AP from doing his signature move. Then you can see he's going to have done damage to Molly here. This will be sustained damage. It will be the same damage regardless. It's always going to be based on his max HP. So I guess it was 8.435k. And basically, you know, the bleed damage has gone to someone else. It's gone to the central character, which is going to be Maggie. And she's going to get 4.2k, 5% of his max HP. Like I said, it's not spectacular burn. The higher you get his HP, the higher the bleed is going to be. Pretty much as simple as that. Now, if we go over the upgrades for this signature move, you can see at grade 2, it gets plus 50% to the bonus HP. So initially it's 50%, it'll get boosted up to 100%. At grade 4, it'll get an upgrade where it deals 5% of this fighter's max HP as damage to the target. So that will come in after 1 copy. Then at LB1, it'll get plus 5% damage. So it'll go from 5% up to 10% of this fighter's max HP as damage to the target. And at limit break 3, it'll get -1 to starting cooldown, where obviously you'll be able to use it off the first turn. That's going to be very good for the bonus HP on the defense team. The other bits and pieces are nice, just a little bit of damage. I wouldn't say this is spectacular on the damage front. There is potential that these numbers are wrong, of course, as well, just because I do preview characters a little bit early. But as it stands, these numbers are not too spectacularly high. The bonus HP, on the other hand, is. Now, there is potential, of course, that his passives will boost parts of his Adrenaline Rush and his signature move, or just add completely different things as well. So let's go check those out. Now, before I check out Lukas's passives, Lukas is, of course, an advanced token wheel character, so we are going to be doing an advanced token giveaway. 10,000 tokens to one lucky winner, and all you have to do is type the entry phrase, which is going to be flare, in the comments down below. Make it part of a sentence so YouTube does not spam your comment. I'll be doing the draw in roughly 10 days, probably on one of my Thursday live streams. If you want a chance to enter, like I say, do it in the comments of this video, not the live stream chat. Now, here are Lukas's mythic abilities. These are his passive skills. He is, of course, a medic, so he is going to get Spirit, where 20% of all healing performed by this fighter also granted as bonus HP. That's primarily only going to work for himself so far, because his Adrenaline Rush is the only thing that heals, and it's a self-heal. The next part is Inspiring Rescue. When a teammate is revived, all teammates heal by 30% of their max HP. There we go. Spirit is going to be boosting all of those characters that get healed. If someone's max HP, they won't gain bonus HP. It's based on the amount of healing they actually receive. So if they are 50% HP and they actually receive that 30%, then they'll obviously receive 6% bonus HP on top, which is obviously not too bad, just a little bit of a buffer there. The next passive is called Resuscitate. At the start of each turn, 60% chance to revive a teammate with 50% of their max HP. Again, this is going to work with Spirit, where they'll get an extra boost of 10% HP as bonus HP. This obviously is nice. More often than not, if a character is down and revivable, you are going to have Lukas pick someone up, which is obviously very frustrating if you remember how like Davey worked, for instance. The last passive here is called Rotten Bandages. When a teammate is revived, a random enemy gets 200% infection for 2 turns. This is where it gets nuts. Obviously, when he does the revive on the Resuscitate, it will proc Rotten Bandages and then obviously do massive infection to someone. Suddenly this kit is crazy decent. This guy's passives are crazy, and he's going to work in a team even if you don't have the strongest defense team. If you've got a reasonably decent defense team and maybe you haven't got too many advanced and ultras, this character could work really well, because your characters may be getting taken out, but they have a chance to get revived, and then obviously Lukas would have a, actually put down an infection, which is 200%. No attack team characters healing 200% infection, and that's every single revive. It isn't just from Lukas either. So if you had, let's say, Nor and Lukas in a team and they picked up 3 teammates in one turn, it should make it that 3 characters get 200% infection because of this passive. Okay, so I have created the exact situation that I was talking about. We have got some downed enemies, and we have got Lukas ready and waiting to just proc his passive revive. We also have Nor ready to do her Adrenaline Rush. What we want to see is how many infections happen when Nor does her Adrenaline Rush. Is it going to be 2 characters with 200%? And maybe 3 if Lukas gets a character up too. Let's see how many characters get revived. All 3. It is more often than not he's going to revive somebody. And it is going to be, let's see how many characters. Dark, Julie, and Sophia all have 200% infection. So if you get some sort of chain revives coming in like this, then it is obviously going to be really good. And there is a character right now that just got released in an event that does a revive every turn. Guaranteed, as long as there's someone revivable, which is going to be Omid. So the potential team up with these 2 characters could be actually pretty good. So while the Adrenaline Rush and the signature move don't look overly powerful when it comes to takedown potential, I think they're just trying to run interference with just loads of different things going on. And this is where the real problems can obviously occur for your attack team. Those little things are going to like whittle you down a little bit. The infection's just going to completely take you out. If we look at the upgrades though, you can see at grade 1, the first half of Inspiring Rescue will come in, where all teammates will heal by 50% of their max HP whenever a teammate is revived. At grade 2, Spirit 1 will come in, giving 10% of all healing performed as bonus HP to whoever received the bonus actual healing. At grade 3, Inspiring Rescue 2 comes in, making it 30% total of their max HP when a teammate is revived. Again, that's pretty good. In that particular occasion before, Nor would have procced her overheal, and you would have seen bonus HP going out because of that. So that's actually pretty nice. Moving on to grade 4, you can see we get Resuscitate Part 1 come in. At the start of each turn, 30% chance to revive a teammate with 50% of their max HP. Even off of grade 4 is actually pretty good. Generally like 1 in 3 chance that you're going to revive someone at the beginning of a turn. And at grade 5, Rotten Bandages 1 comes in. When a teammate is revived, a random enemy gets 100% infection for 2 turns. Again, really nice there. It's guaranteed to happen when a revive comes in. The infection's just going to be 100% instead of the 200%, which you will get when you get into the limit breaks. At limit break 1, we get Spirit 2, where it'll be 20% of all healing performed by this fighter also granted as bonus HP. And limit break 2, Resuscitate 2 comes in, where it will be a 60% chance to revive a teammate with 50% of their max HP. Then at limit break 3, Rotten Bandages 2 comes in, and when a teammate is revived, a random enemy gets 100% infection for 2 turns. That obviously stacks with Rotten Bandages part 1, and that is going to be a 200% infection for 2 turns. I really like that infection potential. I like that it obviously can proc from other characters. This is more like a defensive version of OG Mike, if everyone remembers Mike. Mike relied on takedowns, but generally from other characters. Lukas is going to rely on revives, but not just from other characters, because obviously Lukas can bring revives to the table himself. Really, really nice passives. Definitely bring this character up quite a bit. The signature in the rush wasn't the most spectacular I've ever seen, but the passives are very nice indeed. Now you may have seen it, but Lukas is going to be a leader where all teammates get 40% HP, and then all incoming trait advantage damage against all teammates has the multiplier reduced by 50%. This is actually pretty nice. Obviously the rainbow lead, 40% HP to everybody is nice. You can put any trait on Lukas' defense team, but the all incoming trait damage reduced by 50%. This should include all types of damage, including deal damage. So for instance, this should reduce the incoming damage from someone like Sophia, which is generally harder to do because of the fact that she deals damage. There's a lot of reduction to basic attack damage out there on weapons and so on and so forth, but this should help against those sort of characters that are dealing damage. We'll test that out, obviously. Okay, so in this first test, we're going to do it where Eric is going to get attacked by Sophia, but he's going to be behind a Clementine lead, who is also a 40% HP leader. This is just so they've got exactly the same amount of HP. I'm going to do the signature move, and you're going to see how much damage he takes. He'll take trait damage. We'll do the signature move, and you can see he took 97,000 damage behind a Clementine lead, and he did take trait damage. You saw the trait marker go above Eric's head as he took the damage from a fast character. Let's see how it's going to be when we have Lukas as the leader instead. Okay, so this time around, I am using Eric again, and it is going to be behind Lukas' lead. Same HP on the leader skill, so it's exactly the same comparison, but we're going to see what the kind of damage I do this time. It will still take him out, but it will do obviously massive reduction in damage. I can obviously improve his survivability by increasing his HP and defense, but he went from what, 97,000 down to 66,000. This is a big boost on the survivability of defense team characters. Remember, this will obviously work on adrenaline rushes as well, so on and so forth. So while I may do a lot of damage on this adrenaline rush right now with Sophia, I would have that do much more damage if the character was not behind Lukas' lead. This just adds a little bit more survivability to the top tier teams with all the weapons and so on and so forth. Now Lukas does have an attached weapon, and it is pretty cool looking, I'm not gonna lie. Lukas's flare gun and revolver. I love that it's both of them in the same picture. 40% HP, 40% defense, defensive reviving. When being attacked, a better chance to revive a teammate with 20% of their max HP. This will proc that passive infection, which is obviously powerful. In the last slot, strong and tough impair. At the start of each wave, all strong and tough enemies get impaired for 2 turns. This can be devastating for some attack team characters, that rely on obviously doing damage with their adrenaline rushes. Strong and Tough are some of the hardest hitting characters in the game, and generally speaking have the heavier hitting adrenaline rushes. This is obviously very problematic for those traits. I would definitely say this is a weapon to keep. Just upgrade that HP, boost his overall HP so that everything else is boosted in his kit when it comes to the signature movement and the adrenaline rush, and you've got a really solid weapon here. No one's going to really attack this character with basic attacks if they're viable teammates, just because they're going to run the risk of getting 200% infection, which is obviously a massive risk. So this was a first look at Gold Mythic Lukas, and it was looking a little bit shaky early on in the preview. The rush and the signature move, I wasn't so sure about. The passives are immense. The leader skill is going to be very good for keeping his teammates alive. The damage reduction is going to be really good. It works with deal damage. It's going to work with basic attack damage. Really, really powerful on that leader skill. And the weapon doesn't look too bad at all either. Strong and tough teammates. If you see this guy as a leader, they're not going to work pretty much. So you're going to have to kind of shape up your teams against the teams with him in. And if you think about it, if that's the way it works, strong and tough, you could put more alert and fast characters behind this leader and feel a little bit more safe that they're not going to take as much heavy trait damage from adrenaline rushes. So that could be a good way to go. Do tell me your thoughts here on Gold Mythic Lukas, who is going to be coming to the game as an advanced token wheel character. If you enter the giveaway, best of luck. Thank you very much for tuning into my video, and as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.